The Brink of Sanity, episode 106.
106. Oh, yeah.
Got Marc here.
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
Doing well. How you doing?
Good. We're trying something new today, so we'll see how that works out. We're going to do our TV awards, where we have different categories for TV-related themes.
It would have been nice if you told me about this ahead of time. I would have prepared. What the hell? Why are you a dick?
Well, I like to do hours of pre-production and then make my co-host look stupid.
Oh, okay.
Because, that's what I do. It's like, a comedy show when they have a really shitty opening act.
Oh, okay.
Because it makes you look that much better.
So you mean like when you watch SNL, at some point it's going to get really good because of the shitty opening act and the shitty second skit and the shitty third skit?
Well, it's they're the opening act for the Apollo, Night at the Apollo.
That show's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's good stuff there. I think my cat stepped on my soundboard because everything sounds a little quiet, but...
Do you think it's the cat stepping on it, or are you spilling something on it? What was the...
It could have been the rum massacre that...
I've heard rum and coke is better than rum and electronic equipment.
Yeah, rum on my mixer 5 minutes before we started was not the greatest of scenarios that I could have hoped for.
Yeah, in the instruction they talk about how to clean it. They don't involve using Captain Morgan.
It just says don't under rum, the rum category of the instructions. Don't pour it on me. I'm trying a new spiced rum today, and it's stronger proof, but doesn't taste as good.
Well, I mean, when you say it doesn't taste good, does it taste like just the alcohol stronger? That's why it doesn't taste good?
It has kind of like a cherry taste to it.
Oh, it's Dr. Pepper.
I hate cherry Coke, and I love Dr. Pepper, and I don't know why people always tell me it's the same flavor.
No, well, cherry Coke is better.
No.
I'm bullshitting.
You're just pushing my buttons, trying to get me riled up before the show
Why
starts.
don't they ever use Dr. Pepper in anything else? You don't get Dr. Pepper ice cream.
No, that is true.
Or root beer ice cream.
Dr. Pepper probably has the most spin-off sodas, though. Every chain, like Walmart, has Dr. Thunder, and then there's Mr. Pibb. There's like every single chain has their own version of it, and they're all like really syrupy and flat.
Oh, when you said Dr. like spin-offs, I thought you meant like Dr. Pepper other brands.
Dr. Pepper Part 2, The Revenge of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I thought you meant like if you like Dr. Pepper soda, you're gonna love the podiatrist soda. You're gonna love the dental soda.
Nurse's Assistant Pepper. We have a bunch of categories today, and it may or may not work. What we're going to do, we each came up with a top 5, and we're going to compare, and we're going to see who knows what they're talking about.
And we're going to try to narrow down a top 5. We each have their own top 5, and we are probably going to scream at each other and belittle each other until we have a top 5 from those 5.
The definitive top 5.
Of all time.
Between us.
When I was a kid, and did you grow up with you have a sister?
Yeah.
Did you guys play board games and the winner was the greatest of all time?
Yeah, for the next 5 minutes, and then we'd break out another board game. Board games the internet killed board games, and I kind of miss board games.
Yeah, board games are pretty cool. I just was thinking that I don't know why every time I played her, it wasn't I'm the champion of the two of us. I was the champion of the entire world.
Right, because there was nobody to disprove that theory.
Pretty much.
The only person that could disprove it is your sister, whose ass you just kicked.
Yeah, hell yeah. At this age, actually, you could have couples over and play board game nights.
We actually did that pretty recently with Cranium.
Oh, that's a fun one to do.
That's a good game. And Apples to Apples or Apples to Oranges.
Apples to Apples is awesome.
That was a fun game too. And then you throw in a little alcohol into the mix, and it's a good time.
Is this by the way, your podcast, is it still the Brink of Sanity or the Brink of super couple gayness?
It's kind of like a hybrid.
Okay.
Yeah. We're kind of morphing into lameness.
Okay.
We jump the shark every now and then. And
Scrabble's awesome.
Trouble?
Or Scrabble.
Was Trouble the one with the little bubble in the middle?
Yeah.
That was fun. I didn't know how to play. I just popped the bubble all the time.
I played Trouble recently, and I was like, wow, this game is really dumb.
I remember playing Sorry a lot.
Yeah, that's a game also where it's kind of you're again, we're just rolling dice and we're declaring champion over random luck.
Wasn't that pretty much every board game of the 80s?
No, Monopoly. You had to be a genius for Monopoly. You had to be the genius that landed on Boardwalk.
Right. That was an aggravating game.
At least there's strategy involved.
There's a little bit. I mean, if you landed on shit the whole time, there's really nothing you could do.
Well, I think I don't know if about you, but every Monopoly game I ended with one of two things happening.
Mm-hmm.
One was, this fucking sucks. Let's go with something else.
Yeah.
Or two, you're fucking been cheating the whole time. I don't know how else it ends. I don't know if there's like an actual endpoint beyond that.
The guy who slips the $500 bill under the board and
the banker who's been playing like a real banker and taking all the money.
Yeah, I don't know. And then you had the people who played with the weird rules that you've never seen in anybody else's house before.
Everyone had their own house rules.
Yeah, I don't know how. It's clearly not in the instruction booklet to put $500 on free parking.
I think you could.
I guess apparently
people are trading houses. They're trading like.
It was kind of just a free for all. Well, if not, the game takes like 7 hours.
Do you think like today people put like credit default swaps of like on the houses?
Could be. I mean, if you didn't do swaps and stuff like that, would anybody ever get a Monopoly? Maybe once out of every 10 times playing. Which would be like a game of tic-tac-toe.
Tic-tac-toe. I feel like at a certain age, if you lose a tic-tac-toe, you have to go back to like 3rd grade.
Yeah?
You can't lose as long as you're not a complete idiot. You can't lose a tic-tac-toe.
Are you counting draws?
Yeah, it's not a loss.
Oh, okay.
An actual loss.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
No, I win every time because I punch the other person.
It's very easy to get a draw in that.
But yeah, it's impossible. I mean, like as long as you know how to play.
Yeah.
We have a phone call?
I don't know. Do we have a real phone call? This looks a little prankish to me.
Is that person's going to speak?
You have hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I doing good. What about you?
You didn't get a what? Pistachio?
Is this from Mad TV?
No. What?
Who are we speaking to?
Speaking from Saudi Arabia.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, what's going on?
What are you wearing?
Nothing.
Did you are you just randomly calling or?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because we're doing a radio show.
Radio show.
Yes.
We are in the live now.
Yes, we're live right now.
What would you want to say to the entire world / 12 people listening?
Okay, I want to complete my education in a good college.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I will be a good woman in the future.
Very
and
nice.
I hope the best for my family and my friends. That's all.
Wait, what are you wearing?
In Mecca. You know Mecca, the holy place in the Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Cool.
You hear about it? Yes, I'm here.
All right. Very good.
Okay.
What do you do?
This is my city. I live in it. You know.
Cool.
I live in Mecca. Yeah.
Very
you
nice.
Hear about it?
You get random
Yeah,
calls or
it's
something?
very nice.
Is this for real?
Yeah.
I don't think so. This
Well,
can't be real.
thank you for calling. We have to continue with our program.
Wait,
but
prove to me you're in Saudi. I don't believe you're in Saudi Arabia.
Why?
I think you're pranking us. I don't think you're actually there.
Why? Why you say that?
It just seems a little random to us. How can you prove to us that you're actually in Saudi Arabia?
Okay, what do you want to prove I am from Saudi Arabia?
What neighborhood did you grow up in?
What?
your hometown.
What's your hometown?
Your hometown? Al-Aziziyah Street? Mecca? What?
Okay, where does Osama bin Laden live?
So, what?
Osama bin Laden.
Sweetheart,
Some Laden. Okay, I didn't know.
honey, Aksha, relax, okay?
Hey, Malik.
Yeah, just relax. Guys,
Is that your
you
husband?
need the proof? You need the proof?
Yeah, I need some proof.
Why is that?
We just want to make sure it's a real call, not a prank.
No, it's a real call.
Okay, that's proof enough for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you guys? What
Sure,
time? What time is it there? How's that?
Oh yeah.
That's a good one.
Okay, it's gonna be 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh wow. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about TV
Is it-
shows. So, what's your favorite TV show?
From my side, I like to see movies,
Okay.
What's your
but
favorite movie?
shows, I don't think so. I don't have enough time to. to check.
What's a movie you like?
Did you see Prince of Persia, the latest?
No, is it good?
It's fantastic. You should see it.
Is that in 3D?
Sorry?
Is that in 3D?
Yeah. Yeah, but I just find it with one of the guys on DVD. I didn't went to the cinema actually to see it, but it's very nice. You should see it.
We'll check it out.
What do you do for a living?
Yeah. From my side, I'm a flight attendant. Actually, still studying flying. I finished a private school. License. Hope to continue.
Cool.
What about
Very
you
nice.
guys?
We are we work in New York City, and we're also radio DJs.
Who are you trying to dial? This is obviously not real.
This is real.
He's a flight
Sorry?
attendant from Saudi Arabia. He's trying to learn how to fly from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have airports.
Yeah. That's not
Sorry, I didn't hear that. What did he say?
What were you trying to dial when you dialed your...
Here? No, actually, my girlfriend, she just want to have fun. I think she died randomly.
Oh,
And she
okay.
killed.
cool.
This
Well-
is the whole idea.
Okay, well, do you have anything else to say to America?
No.
Not
She's like, I'm done with you guys.
okay. We gotta hang up now.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Bye.
Thank you for
Thank you.
time. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, that was the weirdest thing ever.
That was pretty weird. That girl got pretty mad.
Okay, hang on. You're saying you don't think it's kind of funny? He's like, I'm studying to be a pilot. I'm from Saudi Arabia. 19 of the 20 hijackers were from Saudi Arabia. You don't think that was a prank?
I actually don't think that was a prank, but I also wanted to, just on the safe side, not have a jihad called against me. Which you seemed pretty intent on starting.
You're like, they may bomb us. What are you wearing?
So what do you think she's wearing? She's wearing the thing.
I don't
First
think
of
it was
all,
a real call to begin with. That's why I asked that.
you know, I know it was a real call because everything you asked, you got an answer to a completely different question.
That's fair.
You said, "What are you wearing?" She said, "I'm from Mecca." So I was like, "Yep, that's pretty legit." Got the English barrier thing going.
So they're just dialing random numbers and...
Yeah, I guess that's what people do at 3 a.m. in Saudi Arabia. What else do you do?
I guess you don't drink or have a good time, so yeah.
Right. I wonder how many rules they broke even doing this.
I don't know.
I don't know. That was a little uncomfortable, though.
You think he's ever going to listen to
I
this?
think you made it uncomfortable by pissing the girl.
I don't know. We're going to not have a conversation with her?
Well, what are you wearing? What do you think I'm wearing? I'm covered head to foot.
And he's like, I'm like, what movie do you like? Prince of Persia. That was set in Middle East.
All right. The caller thing had.
Where's your favorite place to go? The beach. I like oil.
And sand. Well, it was kind of ironic answers, but their dial-in thing had Arabic
Oh, really?
gibberish all over. Yeah, I was trying to point to it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know.
weird.
I feel a little uncomfortable. I think we have to.
They're never going to find your show. People that actually want to listen can't find it. Why are they going to find it?
It's only the name of my Skype, but that's all right. They won't figure that out. Not that I care. It's not like we trash Arabs.
You think like they're going to there's going to be a plane that's floating into like the Sears Tower, and they're going to be like, "Death to America," and where's that fucking Brink of Sanity show?
Good thing I don't live in any tall buildings.
Yeah.
Do you want to actually
You know
do?
what? If they came to Queens on a jihad, they would just meet up with some of their relatives and end up having dinner.
All right. Before we really do get a jihad, let's actually start.
Before we start the top fives, I thought we were going to talk about the last episode of 2 shows.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that.
I think we might as well get briefly. So, what do you think of Lost, the last episode?
I thought it was pretty much like the rest of the series, where it was non-conclusive and mediocre. I don't even know why I watched that show. I never really liked it at all. It was, I guess, a mildly interesting
I remember the best drama that I forgot to put on there.
It's a mildly interesting ending, but it wasn't like... I don't think they could have done anything, actually, to live up to the hype of what they did, but...
I think the only thing they could have done was had an apology for the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, exactly.
That show was so good for the beginning, first 3 or 4 seasons. Then it went off a freaking cliff. Once they started like time travel, I was like, that's not what I signed up for. When you like land on this island,
They never explain that.
they don't explain a lot.
Right, but that was kind of like a big point for like 2 entire seasons.
The numbers, they don't explain the freaking numbers.
And that was another entire season. So basically 3 seasons were pointless.
They came up with the Jacob thing in season 5. I mean, they had Jacob early. Remember the first time you see Jacob? It was in that little like cabin.
He was an invisible guy.
He was an invisible guy in this cabin, and suddenly Jacob has his own. He has a house like that's shaped like a foot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I knew they weren't. The whole time I'm like, they're never gonna explain everything.
So they're dead. Like, you've all died at different points in your life. You're like, doesn't that happen to everyone? This show's stupid.
Yeah.
It happened to Jack in 24. The best way I think the Lost could have ended, by far, Jack Bauer comes to the island and kills everyone. That would have been the way to merge and end both shows.
He goes, "You have to trust me," and then he mows them all down.
Yeah.
In his Darth Vader outfit from this season.
Yeah, this season, 24. What do you think they ended 24?
Not bad. Not bad. It was... I don't know how else they would have ended it. I mean, his life is ruined, and, you know...
I agree. Yeah.
It was kind of cool.
Every season his life gets ruined and worse and worse.
His Darth Vader outfit was awesome.
Yeah.
It was decent. I mean, the season was pretty good. Not the best, not the worst.
I've always wanted them to have 24 the next day. Like, sitting around, drinking some coffee, reading the paper, like, hey, remember yesterday when we saved the world? Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Can you pass the toast?
It's just him taking a massive shit going, finally! Been holding this for 18 hours.
God, I'm hungry! Damn fucking terrorists!
Maybe that'll be the movie they come out with now that the show's done. Because I heard they are already writing a movie. Of course they are.
How are you going to do a movie off? Like, it's 24 hours. It's just like, are you going to do it in real time or not? 2
They
hours?
said somehow they're going to condense it into 2 hours. I don't know if they're just going to show...
You ever see the movie Nick of Time? It's with Johnny Depp. He someone kidnaps his daughter and tells him he has to assassinate like a senator, and he has to do it within like 90 minutes, or like an hour or an hour and a half. And so the whole movie's shot in like real time. It came before 24 ever aired, and it was kind of like a really cool concept. I'm sure the guys who made 24 saw the movie also.
Yeah, probably. That's
But,
interesting.
Yeah, it's actually a good, like, you want to like Netflix it. It's pretty solid. Of course, it'll look unoriginal now you've seen 24, but
I'll add it to my queue of 300 and something movies that I'm never going to get to.
yeah, it was back when Johnny Depp used to make a lot of quality movies that no one will ever see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen a few of those. They're good.
You was like, oh, that guy, he's a pretty good actor. Oh, well, he'll never amount to anything. Maybe they'll make a 21 Jump Street movie.
Maybe he'll ruin Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh my god. Okay, so let's get to this list. Start it.
All right. First category, best character.
Can I pick a different first category?
Okay, yeah, pick a different first category.
I want to start with girl you most wanted to bang at the time the show was on.
Oh, okay. We're going right into that one, huh?
That's a fun one.
Okay. You want to go first on this one?
Sure.
All right. Number 5.
Number 5. I guess my number 5 in this list would be Rebecca from Cheers.
Rebecca from Cheers. Okay.
She at the time of it, I thought she was super hot.
I'm having trouble even picturing who.
Christy Alley, who now is the size of a cow.
Yeah.
And I'd rather just be gay than have sex with her now. But back when it was first on, I remember I also was younger.
Mm-hmm.
I was like 12 or whatever, but I thought she was super hot.
Okay.
What's your number 5?
Well, I had 2 honorable mentions too.
Okay, do your honorable mention.
Because I couldn't remember their names or anything, and nobody's probably seen the show. Empty Nest, you remember that show? There was a hot daughter on that show. But the guy was like 70, so the daughter was probably like 35 at the time. But
did they ever get it on in a very special episode?
Don't remember. And then Mila Kunis from that 70s show.
Oh, she's not on my list, but I'm surprised she's only honorable mention. She's really hot.
Yeah, she is.
I just don't really watch that 70s show, but I think that she's up there.
Well, the only reason that she isn't on the list is because when she was on that 70s show, she was like 14.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't quite as hot then. She's really in what's that movie? That she's really hot in now. The hotel.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall or something like that.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. She was amazing in that movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so my number 4.
Well, I didn't do my number 5.
Oh yeah, do your number 5. What the hell, man? Your honorable mentions.
Elaine from Seinfeld. I always thought she was hot.
Yeah, she was always hot. I give you that.
I think underrated. She still looks good, actually.
I don't think she probably looks good in real life. I
No?
think with the makeup.
You think she's TV hot?
Yeah, you know what? Like she was like 40 when or 45 when Seinfeld even started. She was on SNL before that. She wasn't that good on SNL. She wasn't like hot on SNL. She only became hot when she was on Seinfeld. And you don't go from like your mid 30s not being hot to be suddenly hot in your 40s.
Sharon Osbourne.
Okay, yeah. Why you just have sex with Christy Alley now?
I'm not saying hot, but I'm saying she looks a lot better than she did in the 80s.
Yeah, but that's like that's a big change. I mean, Elaine, she was never like you've seen her in the old SNL episodes.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can't see her being like she looks good now, but I bet in person she wouldn't look nearly as good.
All right.
She's a makeup hot.
Fair enough. What's your number 4?
Number 4. Number 4 would be Kelly Bundy.
I knew that one was going to come up on your list.
Yeah. Actually, no. Yeah, actually, I'll put her. I'll switch someone, but Kelly Bundy is phenomenal.
Yeah, no, she's very good. It surprisingly didn't make my top 5.
Really?
Yeah.
She didn't make your top 5.
No, which is...
Who did you jerk off to when you were younger?
Well, you didn't say when you were younger. You just said...
At the time the show aired.
Right, well, some shows are on now.
Okay. I'm not fine. I mean, your list must be so great. You're not showing the Playboy channel?
No, I don't know if you know that show Yes Dear that was on like 5 or 6 years ago.
You know, you can't pick someone from a random show that was on for a day.
It was on for like 4 or 5 seasons.
Pamela Anderson was on that show. Was she on a show for like a couple weeks? Like like Stacked or whatever it was. I didn't count it because she was not a real show.
There we go. Somebody in the chat room just said the girl from Yes Dear is hot. So there you go. I'm not the only one who knows who that is.
I'm glad there's another person out there that's seen Yes Dear.
It was like it was on right after like Everyone Loves Raymond.
How many weeks was it on?
It was on like 4 or 5 seasons.
Oh, come on. It's on CBS also. Who watches something on CBS?
TBS all day. Well, it's on syndication now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it was on like, NBC or ABC or, it was on one of the 4 networks.
Okay, well...
That's legit. That's a legit one.
I'm going to argue that one out of the top 5.
Fine.
Could you ever find a picture of her?
Yeah. I'm going to enable links in the chat room, so if somebody could pull that up really quick,
okay,
that would be great.
My next one...
So I'm typing out this list so people can read it later. I'm going to put the list on the forums.
My next one, while you're looking for the picture of Yes Dear, whatever,
Yep.
Rachel from Friends. I think she's hot. I think she was hot then. I think she's pretty hot now.
You know what? That's a really good one.
She's kind of lame, but at the same time, she's pretty hot, and pretty much every guy watched Friends for her. And then Courtney Cox was like second.
Yeah.
And then I thought Lisa Kudrow. Actually, I can't stand Lisa Kudrow.
You know what? It wasn't the neighbor's wife. It was the main character's wife on Yes Dear. That's not a great picture, but
it's an awesome picture.
She
Go
was
on IMDb and find like a.
Fine. Anyway,
hang on. I'm changing something. My other category.
no, not the fat one. I meant the main.
He likes the fat one.
I meant the main character's wife. For some reason, I thought it was the neighbor's wife, but no, the main character's wife in Yes Dear. Whatever. What's your?
Okay.
You did number 3.
Yeah, I did 3. I did Friends. Who are you doing? Do we have any agreement?
Olivia Munn from Attack of the Show, which is on right now.
Oh, okay, you're picking some random shows. I'm picking mainstream shows. You're picking ones with like 8 viewers.
Come on, it's a good show.
What's she look like? I forget what she looks like. Also, okay, number 2. Kelly, Saved by the Bell. Kelly Kapowski.
Okay, that's mine also.
She's kind of hot. But Kelly Kapowski, is that yours too?
Yeah, that's actually my number 2 also.
Okay, Kelly Kapowski's amazing.
Yeah.
She's pretty hot.
Yeah.
My number 1's hotter.
Okay.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay.
And actually, I would not a main character, but even hotter was Charisma Carpenter, who was also on Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I'm going to give an honorable mention to the redhead that was on that show. who's now on
How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother.
She's good. You know who remember Charisma Carpenter?
No, I have no idea who that is.
Look her up. She's freaking slamming.
Charisma?
Charisma. Or just look up Buffy the Vampire Slayer and look up the... from IMDb, you'll find the characters.
Charisma Carpenter.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
She
Acceptable.
actually... I would actually have her... I'm going to pick a main character, Buffy, but she actually would win for me.
Okay. That's your... Oh, your main one's Buffy?
Yeah. You know, I'm going to do more main characters, not shows from random things like... Yes, dear.
Fuck you. People knew who that was. All right, my number one's Alyssa Milano from Who's the Boss?
I was going to have her. She's an honorable mention for me.
Mm-hmm.
So how are we... Okay, so... No. Aren't we going to make one list?
Well, I'm putting our picks down.
Okay,
and
that's a good idea.
then we can make a top 5 out of that.
Okay, let's make a top
But
5 right
but I
now.
wanted to have our...
That's a good idea. Should we make the top 5 right now?
if we can. I'm not flexible on Olivia Munn. She's like...
I come on. Look at Charisma Carpenter, by the way. She's so fucking hot.
I think Olivia
Hey, you know
Munn's
who's really
hotter.
hot? The other Vampire Slayer on Buffy's Vampire Slayer. Remember they had a second one?
No, I didn't watch those gay shows.
Oh, you should. Attack of the Show was on?
Yeah, exactly. Attack of the Show is a good show.
She's pretty hot. Okay, so can we both agree that number one should be... let's give...
You're number one.
Yeah. How about number one, Kelly Kapowski?
I was going to say... Bry's in the chat room. Nicole Eggert from Charles in Charge.
That's a really good one.
I was going to say Nicole Eggert from Baywatch, but it's the same person. So
No, it's not the same person.
it's not the same person.
No. It is the same person.
Yeah.
But Nicole Eggert on Who's the Boss? Sorry, on Charles in Charge.
Yeah.
Was flat. Nicole Eggert on Baywatch had the biggest tits ever. She had implants. And
Oh,
you know,
Charles
we're
in Charge
gonna
wins.
think of Baywatch.
I don't like implants. Charles in Charge wins.
We're gonna see Pamela Anderson from Baywatch.
No, I think she's so overrated.
I think she was amazing on that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was pretty hot.
I don't think we're going to be able to make a consolidated list. I mean, we agree on Kelly Kapowski, and I'll give you Rachel.
Well, let's put them on. Let's put them on the new list. Kelly Kapowski and Rachel.
Making an agree list.
Yeah.
Okay. But I don't think we're going to get a definitive top list here.
I'll give you Attack of the Show if you give me. Well, hang on. You don't agree on Kelly Bundy?
I think she's good looking, but I wouldn't put her in the top 5.
And
You wouldn't put Alyssa Milano in there?
I'll give you her if you give me Buffy.
What about the redhead from? She's not even on either of our lists. Why don't we just add her on there?
What redhead? Wait, the redhead? Oh no, she's not. She's not anywhere near.
She's
Buffy.
so hot.
No, she's not even the best. She's not even the best looking on How I Met Your Mother.
Yes, she is. By far.
No way.
By far.
You think she's better than the one that they all date?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No way.
Absolutely.
I don't think so.
We have a vote for
Ooh.
Winnie Cooper, but
Ooh, Winnie Cooper's a pretty good one.
I know. I think she's a plain
But I don't
Jane.
think she's. I don't think she's top 5.
No. Oh, you know what? Now that
Who?
the main girl from Freaks and Geeks.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you put her on there?
I love how a random one's going to show up after the fact, but yeah.
Take off Attack of the Show. Who the fuck knows Attack of the Show? You gotta put.
No. She's getting her own sitcom next year.
Oh man, I fucking love that girl from.
I forgot her name. Girl from
I don't know
Freaks
what
and
she's
Geeks.
on right now, but
She was on what's that stupid hospital show? ER. She was on ER like the last 2 seasons.
Wait, do we count Jessica Alba from Alias?
No, Alias. Jessica Garner.
Oh, no, who's on? What show was Jessica Alba on?
That dark.
Oh, you know
Dark
who
Angel
actually?
or
You know
some
who
shit.
actually? Jessica Biel from Seventh Heaven.
I don't know. Sometimes she's really hot, and sometimes she's really manly.
She has a little bit of managed quality, but she's really hot.
She can't decide. It's like, are you hot or not?
Okay,
And I'm happy with this list. Freaks and
we
Geeks.
could. Let's say Freaks and Geeks, Alyssa Milano, Mund, Rachel. Okay, I'm fine with the list. Hey, Mund's hot. I think Charisma Carpenter is better than Mund. Why don't you put pictures of both and ask see what people vote for?
Charisma Carpenter or Olivia Munn?
Yeah,
All right. Okay.
fair way to do the list.
Yeah.
Okay, I picked the first category. You picked the second category.
Okay. We're going to go with... I like your... you actually came up with this category. Show closest to pizza.
Yeah.
Which is another way of saying no matter how bad a show gets, hey, it's still...
At least we're eating pizza.
Right. Like, no matter how bad a pizza is, it's still pizza.
You know, there was actually I used to live in Atlanta,
Mhm.
and there's this pizza place. I used to always say that, and there was this thing called Athens Pizza, and they used to get it for all the school events. They'd get like Athens Pizza. It was the only pizza I've ever had that I couldn't eat. It was worse than like having like Elio's pizza. It was like the shittiest, soggiest. Like if you put your pizza in a bucket of water and then served it, that was the pizza. But other than that, that's the exception to the rule.
Yeah, I went to an all-you-can-eat pizza buffet in Panama City, Florida, and it was so gross I couldn't even eat until I was full. It was like...
That's pretty bad.
It was really, really bad.
Okay, so show closest to pizza.
You went first to the last one?
Yes.
Okay.
You go first this time.
Okay, so I'll go first this time.
I'm trying to find where I put this.
I know you made this character. You made this category because of 24.
Yeah.
So, but that's not my number 5.
See, that's my number 1.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be your number 1, so that's why.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. But that's a really good, like, it's always a good action show, even in the worst seasons. This season kind of sucked. At the same time, you're like, this is better than all the shit that's being in the movies right now.
What I would like is if when it came out on DVD, they had an option to delete side plots that you don't give a shit about.
Yes, like that fucking girl,
The girl who cries in every single episode.
his daughter. His daughter's really hot, by the way. But she was
Yeah.
fucking the worst character. Like that third season when she was attacked by a mountain lion. It's like, what the fuck's going on here? But
You could delete all her scenes except when she's running.
yeah, the first season she was pretty hot at first. Who's that character? The one that ended up being like a double agent at the end of the
Of this season or
this season, yeah.
because there's a double agent in every single
Oh,
season.
yeah.
All her
Who had that
side
whole
plots.
the whole thing with that whole thing with her boyfriend, and you're like, you were a double agent. Why don't you just kill him then?
Yeah,
You're like, I don't mind like betraying the United States government, but my ex-boyfriend, I'm gonna listen to him.
but Freddie Prinze in his fake Brooklyn accent.
Fucking hate Freddie Prinze also.
His Brooklyn accent was so horrendous. I couldn't get past it. I really couldn't.
He was really an annoying character. I didn't like anyone this season. I really miss like, I miss
Street Fighter.
what's his name? Almeida. Miss Tony Almeida.
He was the best guy on the show.
Yeah, he was awesome. Okay, so I did mine. Wait, I did mine because I did 24 also. So what did you do next?
Well, but that's not your number 5.
I know, but I already gave one up. So go
So you want
next.
me to skip to 4? Okay. Number 4, Entourage. Loved it the first few seasons. Now it's kind of just on and it's entertaining.
That's my number 2.
Okay, so we're going in reverse order here.
And I'll say Entourage, I still think it's entertaining. I still enjoy it. I don't think the plot's all that great or the show's all that great, but it's just really enjoyable. And it's always like a solid episode. Or
Yeah.
it's only good enough, basically.
Yeah, it's good enough.
I could watch 5 straight episodes of Entourage and be perfectly happy. Pick any 5 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Probably pretty happy.
All right, I guess I'll go again since we just got another one of yours. South Park, number 3.
I wouldn't agree with that.
No?
I think some of South Park, I mean, it's a great show, but sometimes the show's just not that funny. It's really, I want to just turn it off.
Well, I think half the time it's great and half the time it's horrible, which is why it evens out to like...
Oh, but here's the difference. The 24 and Entourage, even when they're horrible, I still pretty much will watch them. South Park, when they're a bad episode, I'll just turn it off.
You have a very good point, and I'd like to subscribe to your newsletter.
Yes!
All right, what's your number 3?
Number 3. This was a weak list, but number 3... Naruto. Actually, no. That's not actually... No. I said Naruto, but then I hated the later seasons. The first 3 seasons of Naruto. And I'm only...
Faggot.
I know I'm cutting it off, but have you watched it recently?
No, why would I watch that show
It is
recently?
so funny if you watch it now.
Yeah.
Going back on it, it's such a funny show to watch. Unintentional comedy is all over the place. Every episode, they have insane problems. Brenda's a complete psycho. It is just like, it is hilarious. I was at a friend of mine's place, and like they were watching. He was like watching Naruto. I'm like, why the hell are you watching this? He's like, hang on, just give it a little bit. We started watching, and we just started cracking up. We're like, this is the best thing ever. It's actually worth rewatching it. We're just catching random episodes. You don't have to like rewatch the whole thing. But it's
Yeah,
actually...
no, I won't do that.
Okay, what's yours? What's your number 3?
My number... we did that, South Park.
Oh, I did my 3. Oh, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Because the first season I thought was one of the funniest seasons of any show.
You're right. You know what?
But now it's not very good, but it's not horrible, and I'll still watch it.
I'll give you that one. Actually, I didn't have it on my list, but I actually would put it on my list. My number 2 would be my
Number 4.
Yeah, going in reverse order for no reason at all. Saved by the Bell.
Okay.
It's always a very watchable show. Very enjoyable.
We have a vote for Californication.
I've only watched the first season. I can't.
I still think that show is good enough that I wouldn't put it on that, because there's still, I think, like, there's a lot of mediocre episodes, but there's still enough really good episodes that it puts it up a notch where I wouldn't put it in the pizza category.
Okay.
You've only watched the first season?
I've only watched the first season. It
Okay,
was enjoyable, but I don't know if it's like a pizza category yet.
Okay.
What's your number? What your last one?
The Office.
That was my number 5.
Office. Wow, we agreed on 3 of those right away.
Yeah.
Well, that'll make our consolidation list a lot easier.
Yeah, I think The Office is a solid show. I keep watching it for no apparent reason, so I'm gonna make it pizza.
Yeah, it hasn't been very good in a really long time, but it hasn't hit the point where I just won't watch it at all.
And I'll give you Always Sunny.
Okay.
I think that was solid. And number 5.
I'll give you a Saved by the Bell.
Actually, I'll give you Entourage. Actually.
Well, we have that. We agreed on that one already.
Yeah.
All right, so that was a quick consolidation.
So what
one.
would we cut off? South Park, obviously, and
And
that was it. Really.
And 90210.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right, that's good. I think we're gonna do one more, and then I ran out of rum already. So
Okay. One more and a break.
okay. What category do you want to do? Is this working? I don't know. Is this good?
Are you asking me, or are you waiting for someone to call in from Afghanistan?
No more jihads. I don't know. If
I think this is fun. If you don't like it, then listen anyhow and tell your friends to listen. Find a friend that likes it and listen.
If you do or don't like it, then subscribe on iTunes.
Okay, we'll go to a major category.
Okay.
Best character.
Best character. Okay.
And this one's a good one where it's a tough one to.
It's hard. It was actually hard to come up with this one.
This is a really tough one.
Because there's a lot of characters that were good, and then the show went on for so long, they got kind of sucky. So,
Can I give my honorable mentions?
Yeah.
My honorable mentions, I'm going to take 2 from The Wire, which is the greatest show of all time. I'm going to take Stringer Bell and McNulty. Both freaking awesome, and if you don't think they're 2 of the best characters ever, you haven't watched the entire series and don't realize that it's the only true religion out there is The Wire.
I just finished the second season, so I can't say yet. I thought it was good, but I heard that 3rd and 4th season get really good. So
3rd and 4th are the best seasons. Okay, so what's your number? Okay, oh yeah,
you didn't do your number 5.
Oh yeah, number 5. Dexter.
Okay, that is actually my number 1.
Oh, that's we're gonna do this list.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think he's so complicated, and there's just so many. I don't think a lot of shows really delve that much into the person's persona. So I just think he's a really well developed character, and
being well developed doesn't make him the best character. It doesn't mean someone's gonna be the best character. Some of the other characters aren't quite as well developed, but I just think they're great characters. But I think Dexter. Yeah, I think Dexter's a great character. He's fun to watch, and he's interesting.
He makes you very torn because he does some shit that you're like, there's a lot of
why do you have to commit murder?
Well, yeah, but you kind of almost empathize with him. It's like, I don't know. I have Dexter moments where he's in an emotional situation, and he's so detached, and he just has to fake it.
Yeah.
And I've been in those situations, and it's interesting.
Man, I know. I've totally Freaks and Geeks. I totally forgot about that show when I was doing my.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna throw this on.
Yeah, I have to do an edit for one of my other categories too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this all show, but this is really interesting for everyone.
Yeah. Well, do your number 4.
Oh, number 4. I'm gonna take one. This one's a little bit out of left field.
Okay.
Sam Malone.
Sam Malone. From what show?
Cheers. So you're a big Cheers fan.
Yeah, I see you are actually.
Yeah, I think Sam Malone, awesome character.
That was the guy with the mustache.
No, he never had a mustache, I don't think.
Sam was the guy. The Bears. Is that Sam?
No. Sam Malone's the bartender.
Oh,
He's the main character of the show, having never seen it, huh?
he was the he was
Are you
the
still-
awesome sarcastic doctor in that newer show.
Oh yeah. But now he was the main character. That was his claim to fame.
That show was good, actually.
Cheers was awesome.
No, the other show.
Bored to Death?
No, not Bored to Death.
Because he's on that also.
No, the one where he had like Becker. Thank you.
Oh, I never
Thank
really
you,
watched
Becker. Yeah, that was a good show.
Oh, you know who I didn't put on this, and I'll give an honorable mention. I haven't watched the show that much, but House.
Yeah.
Have you watched House?
The commercials. The guy annoys me.
You know,
he seems
I've
so
watched,
pompous.
I've watched a
and-
couple episodes. The guy is really good.
Yeah.
I say he's actually a top character. He's an honorable mention. For best
Okay.
Character. But I don't even regularly watch the show. But you can catch an episode and get right into it.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Charlie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I
Don't like
like
him?
I like all three characters. I don't love Danny DeVito's character, but the main three guys I like, but I don't think any of them are strong enough to be like a best character ever.
Okay. That's.
They all kind of balance well. None of them can carry. None of them are like this makes the show. You need
I actually had him in my best sidekick, and then I moved him over because I guess he's kind of the main character. I couldn't decide where to put him.
Yeah, I have another one who I felt like that way. So my number, what number are we on?
3.
3. My number 3 is George Costanza,
Okay.
and I feel like he can't be a sidekick because he's a main character. He's in
Exactly. You know why? Because that's my number 2.
George Costanza is an amazing character.
Yep.
You really like.
Bri wrote in the chat room Larry David, which is actually George Costanza's based on Larry David, so that's.
And I think George
Very
Costanza is
similar.
better than Larry David. I think the Larry David on Curb
Yeah.
annoys me a lot of the time because he does things that go beyond like reality.
That's the point of the show, and you know what? I have a feeling he's really like that.
I think so too, but I think because everything that you see George do, you really could see yourself in that situation and stuff. Like it's
Yeah.
grounded in reality.
There's a lot of shit he does that I'm like, yeah, I would definitely do that.
Larry David leaves reality because there are things where you're like, unless you're a complete jackass, you wouldn't do this. It's
I
not
think
like-
he does, though. I think that's him. I really think that show is.
I see the things with George. I can see myself actually doing what he does, versus Larry David. I can never see myself doing what he does.
I feel like
He's
Curb
just-
is like a documentary. I feel like he's really like that.
He might be. I don't know, but I don't love Larry David.
Okay. Number 2.
Number 2.
Mm-hmm.
This one was a tough one,
Okay.
but my number 2, Homer.
Okay. You know what? I thought of that, but the show has sucked for 12 years, so
1 through 8. He's fantastic. He ate like 8 seasons, or what is it, 9 seasons? How many seasons did they have where they were good?
9 debatable. Well, I would go 2 through 9
Because the first one wasn't good.
with an asterisk for part of 10.
Okay, so if you say 2 through 9, that's you have right
That's
there.
longer than
you
most
have
shows
8
even
seasons?
exist, yeah.
I mean, the last 12 seasons have been like the biggest piece of shit.
That's why I got so tainted. He cries in every episode, and
I don't even watch it anymore. I can't watch it because it's so bad.
I know. It's
Someone
tough.
said to me, they're like, "Oh, I've watched Simpsons recently. It's actually pretty good still." And I really wanted to like pull a Dexter and murder them.
Yeah, can I? You should have to throw away your TV and cancel your cables.
Okay, so wait, who's your number 2? Or
Okay, so we went through my number 2.
no, you didn't. Oh, wait, who's your next one? You
Right, so I'm gonna go with number 4. As best character, I'm gonna just use any of the Muppets because I couldn't pick just one.
yeah.
And I don't want to pick a lot.
But you got to pick one. You got to pick one. It's got to be a character that you put him on another show, it'd still be freaking awesome.
Any Muppet.
Yeah.
Come on, if Fozzie showed up on like How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but it's still they're all. First of all, they're all supporting characters.
All right, that is true.
Okay, I'll go to my number 1.
Okay.
We've already talked about him today.
Okay.
Jack Bauer, best character. I don't care how bad it gets. He's freaking awesome.
He almost made my list. Yeah.
He really, and I'll fight you to put him on the top list.
No, I already agree with that one. That's fine. My number 3, because that's the only one I haven't done yet, is Hank Moody from Californication.
I don't watch it enough to really.
Can I just say that the season finale for season 3 of Californication was like just unbelievably powerful. I know you haven't seen it, so I can't say what happened.
Can we agree that?
Well, we agree on Jack. We
Jack
agree
being
on
number 1.
We agree on. I don't care. I'm just putting the agree.
Okay.
We agree on George Costanza.
We agree on Dexter, obviously.
Yeah, we agree on Dexter. I would really like Hank Moody to be on there from Californication.
I don't know. Well,
not sold on
hang
that.
on. What about Homer?
If you're gonna say seasons 2 through 9, I'll give you that one.
Okay. And then I'm leaving off Sam Malone to Hank Moody for Sam Malone. I'll give you that one. You know what? I love Sam Malone, but he's not as powerful a character, and I'll give you 2.
And you haven't seen the next 2 seasons. I think you'll like him better.
There's some shows you haven't seen that I can't put on here.
Right.
Great characters.
Well,
so you don't watch enough television. What are you doing with your life? Are you living?
I know. I have to like stop doing stuff.
Yeah, that's your problem.
I'm kind of obnoxious like that.
We got a lot more characters to go, categories to go. So,
yeah, let's refill on drinks real quick and then go through. We got at least 6-7 more categories we can do.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. We'll be right back. We're back,
and we're back.
So you want to pick the category this time?
Oh my god, can I pick? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, do it.
Let's do it. Best. I think actually I picked last time. You pick.
Okay. Best.
Wait, I want to pick.
Okay, go for it.
No, you should pick. No, I want to pick.
I don't like you anymore. You're off the show.
Pick.
Are you really gonna let me this? All right. Best sidekick.
Okay, best sidekick. Ooh, Ben from Lost.
Ben from Lost. Okay.
He's pretty much a sidekick. He's pretty much not a main character, supporting character. Did lead many episodes, but he's probably the best character on the whole show.
All right. He actually almost made my list. That's a pretty good one. Even though I hate the show, I think he's a really good character.
And you watch the show enough, he was one of the more compelling characters.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to give an honorable mention.
Hang on the girls who want to bang.
Yeah.
What do you think about honorable mention for Kate?
Kate who? Kate
from Lost.
Oh, yeah.
She was pretty hot, especially the first couple seasons. I definitely thought she was pretty hot.
Yeah. I guess it's hard because in the later season she's always like covered in mud and just crying and.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're number 5.
Well, I was going to give an honorable mention to Ari Gold and Johnny Drama from Entourage.
You know what? I can't believe I forgot Ari Gold.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd make my top 5, but he's an honorable mention. I give you the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ari Gold and Johnny Drama, yeah.
Okay.
And Turtle. I'd give an honorable mention to Turtle.
He's not as good as those two, though.
He's not as good, but you know what? That show, those are the 3 best characters. Ari, Johnny Drama, and Turtle.
Oh, yeah.
The main character and E are much weaker than the supporting characters.
Well, I just love in that show the main guy is supposed to be the best actor on the planet, and he's the worst actor on the show.
Yeah. And E is just like, I mean, could we get he makes you want to like cringe how annoying he is at times.
He's another one where if they had a DVD feature where I could cut out all the E subplots, except when he went off on his ex that one time. But.
His ex, not the most recent ex, the one that was like
Sloane, or the one that looks like the Olsen twin.
The one that looks like the Olsen twin looks like she's 12.
Yeah.
And so, but the Sloane,
yeah,
for the banging category, she's maybe she's top 5. She's freaking hot as anything.
She is. There was I forget. There was somebody else on that show that was really up there too, but I forget. Anyway, my number 5 is pretty much the entire cast of Freaks and Geeks, because I really don't know if you could count a main.
I've done this later also, but like is it fair to call someone a supporting character when you're saying the entire cast?
Well, you could say that the character Lindsay was the main character.
I agree with you.
Which would make everyone else.
It's hard to say
supporting character.
Yeah, but then you have to pick one of them. You can't just say them all.
Can't just say them all.
I feel like it's kind of weak because then like the whole idea of the best character, if you put him on some other show, he really wouldn't fit in. He'd still be a great character. He's like just stands alone. Okay.
Well, the guy, I forgot his name. The tall nerdy guy with the big glasses. He was friends with Lindsay's sister.
Oh, the younger kid, the one with the glasses.
Yes.
Tall. Oh, what's he on now? Is he on anything?
I don't think he's on anything, but if I had to pick one, I would pick him.
He was really good.
Okay.
That show is so good. I mean, that was actually. I mean, it's such a shame it was on one season because it's such a great show.
It's actually so good that I'm angry while watching it, knowing that there's only like 12 episodes.
Oh, another show I forgot actually when I was doing this. Did you watch Friday Night Lights?
No, I heard it's good though.
One of the girls in there is really hot. She's actually dating Derek Jeter.
Will you get off the hot girls category?
I can, but also it's a great show.
Okay.
So my number 4.
Mm-hmm.
My number 4 is Doogie from How I Met Your Mother. Whatever his real name is in the show.
Barney Stinson.
Barney, yeah.
Okay.
Barney's a fantastic character.
Mm-hmm.
He really, he makes the show as much as anyone.
That is actually my number 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like we're reading your list.
Yeah, he's a really good character. Okay, so I guess you're number 3.
My number 3. This is very much a minor supporting character, but Ralph Wiggum.
All right.
Yeah, solid home run. You wish you said that one.
I guess we're doing also seasons 2 through 9 or 10.
No, it's just 15 through 20. He has some brilliant lines you just wouldn't know about the show.
He got so funny after you stopped
I don't
watching.
consider The Simpsons still on the air after season 10.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
It's now Simpsons 2. It's like Caddyshack Part 2, basically.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I agree with
Which
that.
is the best golf movie and the worst golf movie ever made. Both named Caddyshack.
All right, so that would bring me to my number 4. Gob Bluth. I don't know what that is.
Oh, Job. Arrested Development.
Oh.
He was really great. I
yeah.
thought about putting him, or I thought about honorable mention also to David Cross's character.
Yeah, that is a really good call. That is a very
really
good call.
I think my next 2 are better, but I think those were fantastic.
I'm going with Andrew Bernard, a.k.a. Nate Dogg from The Office. He was the guy who was in the Daily Show.
I gotta say, that's your number what?
4?
I wouldn't even give him an honorable mention.
I think he's funny.
He's decent.
I think he was a really good addition to the show.
I gotta say he's a decent addition at best. I gotta say it's a pretty weak one.
Yeah?
I gotta say maybe I shouldn't even do the show with you anymore. I think
wow.
that's bad.
Wow. Are you boycotting The Hangover because he was in that too?
No, he was very good in The Hangover.
Okay, well, Mr. I have a better list. What's your number 2?
Number 2?
Yeah.
Sophia from the Golden Girls. And you may call me gay for watching the Golden Girls, but if you watch the Golden Girls, it's still hilarious if you watch it today. And Sophia was...
And she was one of the best... That's the old one, right?
Yeah, the old one. She was the best character. She delivered one-liners so good. Mm-hmm. That's one of the shows... I feel like some shows, like you watch them, like All the Family. It's a great comedy. You watch it now, it really doesn't stand the test of time.
I think a lot of those are still funny. I was thinking more like a Perfect Strangers type of show.
Yeah, but I was going to say Golden Girls stands the test of time completely.
Mm-hmm.
And she was awesome.
Okay, my number 2 best sidekick, Charlie Runkle from Californication.
I gotta disagree with you. I've only seen season 1, and I just don't think he's really the best.
He gets so much better in the next 2 seasons. He's like, he gets a lot of screen time.
I bet on your top drama comedies, or one of them, Californication's on there because you fucking love this show. You want to marry the show and have babies with the show.
I don't want to spoiler on that. Okay, number 1 sidekick for you, Omar
Epps.
Great.
Not Omar Epps. Omar.
Not Epps. That's the guy from
The Wire.
Yeah, no, I mean
Epps. Yeah, I forget what he's on.
he was in Go.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Right.
That was actually a pretty good movie.
Omar is like one of my favorite characters from The Wire. I've only seen 2 seasons,
so
but he's
good.
awesome. My number 1 is Hurley from Lost. He just I hate the show, but every time he's on, I like
category?
it. Yeah,
you picked the worst categories.
How is he?
Hurley, he's decent. You're right. Actually, he's decent.
He's the only reason.
But I don't know.
Why you're going to count him as a main character?
No. But you never tune in and go, I really hope I see Hurley this episode.
I do every episode because I hate every other character in the show. Anytime he's on, I get excited.
Let's put these together. I'm going to disagree with most of yours. Let's see the ones we agree with first.
Okay. Well, we agree with Barney Stinson.
Boner. That's a pretty good one.
We agree with. What about Cody from Step by Step?
Okay, we agree with Barney Stinson.
And that is it.
No, we agreed with, you gave me,
the guy from Freaks and Geeks?
Okay, hang on. Here's...
I'll give you Omar.
Omar, yeah, you gotta give me Omar.
The Freaks and Geeks guy.
You're here before we even talk about that.
Okay.
I say Ben is better than Hurley.
Do you?
I liked Hurley better, but Ben's a much more entertaining character. He was such a, he was the best, he was evil, and you really he really got into his character. I mean, he wasn't totally developed, but he was someone that really made the show so watchable.
Can we do a combo on that?
You mean Hurley's gonna eat Ben?
No, can we just put both of them on there as a combined?
No, we gotta choose.
I don't know if I I don't like.
How could you not give me that one?
Ben's more interesting. Hurley is more entertaining.
Hurley's just not that interesting. He didn't carry that many episodes. Ben carried episodes. He was like such a essential figure, but like a supporting character. And also, just he made it so much more interesting. I want to know what the hell he was doing. Hurley, like, I didn't care as much, even though I really enjoyed it.
But he's a good sidekick.
Yeah, but it's sidekick.
He's like a sidekick is
or
like buddy.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be like your band's best friend.
What if we put them both on as like numbers 4 and 5?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna see who else. How do you not put Ralph Wiggum on there?
How about Nate Dogg? He's really good.
He's the worst one of all.
Are you kidding me?
I
Come
would
on.
give you Hurley over. I wouldn't give you Nate Dogg. Nate Dogg's terrible.
All right, number 3, we can't agree.
Wait, we have to agree. That's the whole point of the show.
But I don't think we're going to.
You're not going to give me Sophia from Golden Girls?
No, I'm not going to give you Sophia from Golden Girls.
Oh, I'm not giving you Charlie Rungle.
Yeah, if you're not giving me Charlie Runkle, I'm not giving you Ralph Wiggum. We're not going to agree.
I'll give you
Nate Dogg.
You know who's actually better on Freaks and Geeks than the nerdy guy?
Nobody.
Or you know what? What's his name? The guy from
Don't say the guy from Knocked Up.
Yeah, he was hilarious in that show.
Are you serious?
He was really funny on the show.
He was one of the lesser.
He was more of a minor character. I agree with that.
But he wasn't that good.
Or how about the guy from How I Met Your Mother?
He was very good, especially that scene where the episode opens and he's listening to Rush and he's playing the drums and you hear it on the headphones and then it like zooms out and you hear what you really hear and he sucks at the drum. Yeah. It was such a brilliant scene.
How about that one? I'll give you. How about this? You give me Lost. I'll give you Freaks.
Okay, fine. That still gives us one that we can't agree on.
We have to agree. I say Sophia or Ralph Wiggum, and you say who?
I say the
Andrew
other.
Bernard, are you kidding me?
Nate Dogg.
Oh my god,
he's so good.
Oh my god, come on. How do you? First of all, I just agree that they're even like very good characters.
His singing segments on the show are hilarious.
I disagree he's even that good of a character. You agree that Sophia and you agree that Ralph Wiggum are very good characters.
I think you should put Charlie Runkle in there.
I haven't seen enough.
I know you don't know how awesome he is. That's the thing. It's the mystique.
I'm not bringing up characters from Breaking Bad.
But you've seen the show. I haven't seen those shows.
Yeah, but I've seen it, and I disagree with him being on there.
Because you haven't seen him shine.
Yeah, I don't know if he does. Goes
Kramer?
Yeah, I'll give you Kramer.
Fine.
Kramer's a good one.
Done.
Kramer's actually an excellent one.
Because he was, out of anybody, he was like a sidekick. I feel like Elaine, George, and Jerry were the main people.
List. Yeah, even though, actually he's funnier now that he's like racist.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, next category. Best sketch comedy show.
Okay. Best sketch comedy show. Who's going first in this one?
I'll go first. I really struggle for number 5 in this.
Okay.
I think I remember this show called The Edge. It was on in the 90s. I thought it was kind of funny.
What the fuck?
I don't fucking know. I don't really have a number 5.
Okay. I'm giving an honorable mention to The Vacant Lot.
Again, I don't know if you've heard of that.
Every single episode was really funny, yet it only...
Was it on after the Attack of the Show?
It was on... Fuck you. It was on Comedy Central. It was only on for 6 episodes, and they were like the 6 funniest.
It must have been really good.
It was... Well, it had the brothers...
Oh! You know what? Take that off. I forgot one, actually.
Okay.
I'll give The Edge an honorable mention. I totally forgot one.
Okay.
I'll give it to you in 1 second. I want to write something down and waste time and give us dead air.
Okay. Well, The Vacant Lot had the brother from one of the guys from Kids in the Hall.
That's actually another one I actually forgot to put on the list. I don't mention the Kids in the Hall.
Oh my god. Bry just put in...
No. Oh, Mr. Show also honorable mention.
Honorable mention for Mr. Show for you?
Well, you know what? I didn't really watch it enough.
Okay.
But I'll put my number 5, actually, as being the Ben Stiller Show.
Okay, interesting. That wasn't bad. I hate the guy, but that show was pretty good. Which is weird. I hate Janine Garbuffalo. Well, I hate Ben Stiller, but that show was pretty good.
Ben Stiller is better than as far as an actor. He's a better writer. I think he writes brilliantly.
And I think he's more made. I think he's more made for sketch comedy too. I don't think he can hold a movie, which I feel a lot of these guys are better at. You haven't
seen Meet the Parents, right?
I thought Adam Sandler was much better in sketch comedy.
I would agree with that. But
I haven't seen Mr.
Okay, so it's really hard when you haven't seen Meet the Parents.
You know what? I am going to give an honorable mention to Mad TV because I thought it was consistently funnier than Saturday Night Live its entire run.
See, SNL has better seasons though. See, SNL. I mean, I'm going to break it off in the late 70s, early 80s, and then like the early 90s, early to mid 90s. Fantastic. Not fantastic. We're actually sorry. Nothing on SNL is ever really fantastic. We're better than average.
Yep, but I still think if you take the best 20 episodes of Saturday Night Live and the best 20 episodes of Mad TV will.
Okay. You know, I haven't watched enough of it, but I'll give you. Okay. Well, what's your number 5 anyhow?
My number 5 is the Kids in the Hall.
I will give you the Kids in the Hall. I think actually it's a pretty good one. I just forgot about them when I was doing the list.
Forgot about Kids in the Hall. Okay.
Oh, I did. I don't know. I think it's a really funny one. I like that one. Number 4, The State.
Okay. That is actually my number 4 as well.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a great
I actually just started rewatching them because they have them on Netflix. It's still pretty funny.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you can. That's how you have to categorize these because some shows were funny at the time and just suck now.
Yeah.
Which is how I feel about most Saturday Night Live. Even the ones that like I remember as being awesome, I go back and watch them
Wait,
and I'm like,
hold that thought.
Nothing.
My number 3, SNL. Now go on.
yeah.
I have to still give it to SNL, even though I think right now I think it's the worst thing ever on television.
Okay. Well, at least you admit that it's horrible now.
Well, but here's the thing: SNL had a lot of very strong things. I mean, a lot of like Wayne's World came out of that. Hang on.
Celebrity Jeopardy is one of my favorite things to come out of that show.
Yeah, there are some things that are amazing that came out of that show.
See, I was going
to say Celebrity Jeopardy is amazing. When the newscasts, when it was Dennis Miller, when it was Kevin Nealon, when it was
Norm
Macdonald, fantastic.
Yep.
Those things were really great.
You know what I was doing? I did the same thing that I did with The Simpsons, which is why I didn't make any of my list. I was doing out of its entire body of work.
But it has enough. It has enough stuff that you have to really, especially a sketch comedy show. Sketch comedy show is like some gems with a bunch of garbage. No matter what it is, there are always ones that aren't good. Like
That's true.
Kids in the Hall, they were like every time you watch an episode, half the skits were good and half the skits were like, wow, could they get any gayer?
Which is also true with my number 3, which is Monty Python.
Monty Python is an honorable mention for me. I didn't mention them either, even though that's a good one to mention, but I think that's more of an honorable mention. I don't think it necessarily all stands the test of time.
I think some of their skits are some of the funniest sketch comedy skits of all time.
I would agree with you.
I also think they have a lot of filler though. But they do have, if you made a best of, it probably tops any other best of from a sketch comedy show.
I disagree because my next 2 actually I think are funnier.
Okay.
Number 2, and actually I'd forgotten about this one until just now.
Okay.
The Chappelle Show.
That really I didn't even consider that as a okay.
And that all is a sketch show, and that really actually, I mean, all those sketches, I mean, like they're like laugh out loud. There's some of them.
That's good. I would say they didn't do enough.
Well,
that's why I gave an honorable mention to Vacant Lot.
I mean, it ended in the most comedic way ever, in the sense that give him $50 million, he goes off to Africa and loses his mind.
Yeah.
I mean, it was only 2 seasons, but it's also not 6 episodes long.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, what was your number 2?
Mr. Show.
I never watched enough of Mr. Show.
I think that show is completely brilliant.
I've seen it, some of them, and I think you're right, but I haven't seen enough. And I love David Cross.
Especially that show. The thing that pissed me off about that show is it got better as it went. It was only 4 seasons, and the 3rd and 4th were amazing. The first 2 were kind of shaky. And a lot of people don't know that's where Jack Black, Sarah Silverman, Brian Posehn, they all got their starts on that show.
You ever listen to his stand-up, David Cross stand-up?
Oh yeah, really good.
So brilliant.
Very political, but really good.
Okay, so my number 1, you haven't mentioned it yet, and if it's not your number 1, you just don't know sketch comedy.
I think we have the same number 1.
In Living Color?
In Living Color.
Brilliant show.
Wow. Yeah, that was...
I mean, I think that's by far and away the most consistently funny,
I remember that show later making the list, and I bumped everything else down after thinking about that, because I was thinking, all right, it had a pretty good longevity, probably 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
No, maybe even longer.
Yeah, 5 or 6, really, I think.
And it was pretty consistent the whole way through, except when that black lady did her neighbor on the porch yelling at everyone that lasted 20 minutes.
But you think about the show also, who came out of that? Jim Carrey, who really funny. Jamie Foxx, funny, and obviously he's had a good career in acting in general. Keenan Ivory Wayans, Damon Wayans, all those guys are hilarious. I mean, they had so many like money. It's like they're like, I fucking hate the Yankees, but they're like the Yankees. They basically. I guess they had all the stars basically.
David Allen Greer, Tommy Davidson.
Yeah.
Even the DJ got like 4 sitcoms on the WB.
J-Lo was a backup dancer.
Right, exactly.
I mean, they really like had like a home run cast.
Yeah. Remember when Jim Carrey was just the funny white guy on the show and nobody knew who he was?
Oh my! But then he was a random token white guy. Then he had Fire Marshal Bill and became like one of the like everyone loved him.
Yeah.
And I still think they should have made Fire Marshal Bill the movie.
I still think that Jim Carrey should have stuck to Ace Ventura type movies because he's amazing at physical comedy and, you know, all right, he made Eternal Sunshine, which is amazing as well, but I don't need like The Mystic or shit like that. Like,
well, I think he should always be in movies where like mid-movie you should find out his life's all been on camera and all fake.
That should be all his movies.
Yeah. By the way, you made a point there, and I want to dispute a point you made.
Oh, okay.
You called, what did you call Eternal Sunshine the spotless crap Ola?
Mind.
Oh yeah. That's the biggest piece of shit of a movie.
Oh, that was so good.
Piece of crap.
Oh, that was really good.
It was good for the first 10 minutes, the last 10 minutes, and the filler middle was awful.
Really?
I thought it was such a good concept, and they took a shit on my concept.
Did you hate the butterfly effect too?
You know, I never actually saw that one. Was that good?
Yeah, I thought that was really good. I didn't watch it for like a year and a half because Ashton Kutcher was in it, but I saw it and I liked it.
I didn't see that one, but I actually like the Truman Show. I just thought that was the worst piece of. I just think it's so overrated and just like.
What is?
Oh, Eternal Sunshine.
Oh,
I'm still going off on how bad I think that movie was.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, we agree on A Living Color in the State.
Can we just spend another hour on Eternal Sunshine?
No, I like that movie. Mr. Show, can we get Mr. Show in there?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll give you Mr. Show. I haven't watched it enough. I think it's gonna be up there.
Okay.
I'll give you. We'll give it the Stay Green Living Color. Oh, Chappelle Show. You have to give me Chappelle Show.
Over Monty Python and Kids in the Hall?
Yeah, I'll give you Kids in the Hall. You give me Chappelle Show.
Monty Python? Monty Python's got to be in a top 5 sketch comedy show.
Okay, well,
I feel like that's kind of blasphemy.
I'll give you whichever one you want. You give me a Chappelle Show. A Chappelle Show, I think, has to be there. I mean, the dude got $50 million from Comedy Central.
Yeah, well...
I mean, like, Comedy Central, which is like, where they were worth $51 million at the time. They're like, we'll give you all of it.
It's true, but I don't know. Kids in the Halls are...
Okay, and what's number 5?
Oh, wait, that is 5.
Oh, sorry, your numbers add up to like...
Well, I'm just copying and pasting from our things.
Your numbers add up to 12.
All right, so that's 5.
Okay.